everybody, it is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Today's reading is called They Did You Dirty, Now What? And I'm going to have you focus in on the thumbnails, and there'll be 3 thumbnails to choose from. For pile number 1, it's the nice looking woman with the cleaning supplies for pile number 1. For pile number 2 is the woman flexing her muscles, and she's a kickboxer who's flexing her muscles for pile number 2. And for pile number 3, it is a green Medusa head with snakes coming out of the top of it and the green eyes. Okay, so take a deep breath, focus in on your energy. What image is really calling you forward today? Is it pile number 1 with the cleanup on aisle 5? Is it pile number 2 with the woman flexing her muscles? Or is it pile number 3 with the Medusa head? We're gonna go ahead and get directly into the reading, and the timestamps will be in the description box below. And we will go ahead and begin with pile number 1. Let's go ahead and do it. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the woman with the cleaning supplies. We're gonna need a cleanup on aisle 5, pile number 1. And let's go ahead and get into it. The reading is called They Did You Dirty, Now What? Okay. What is Spirit? What is next for pile number 1, Spirit? They did pile number 1 dirty. Now what? Now what's next for pile number 1, please? You did me dirty. Now what for pile number 1? Okay. And pile number 1, I'm using my new deck, and it is the Game of Thrones tarot deck. You're my first reading that I've used the deck with, so I'm excited. And we've got the Queen of Spears on the bottom of deck, or the Queen of Wands. Okay, so always maintaining your dignity, your pride, your sense of ethics and morals within yourself, and remaining healthily skeptical about this person. We've got the Magician. We've got the 7 of Swords. Okay, we've got the 3 of Coins. And we've got the Queen of Cups. Okay, my loves, we are going to get your other oracle cards out. We have the Bow. You are highly thought of. I love that. Queen of Wands, okay? And you are highly thought of, highly respected, pile number 1. So don't let this get you down. We have a cracked cup. A cracked cup and the dissatisfaction with life. Now the Queen of Cups is definitely mourning and grieving over something here, over this cracked cup. Let's see what else we have. We have Cat and independence. You are being encouraged to develop a balance between independence and togetherness. And you would benefit greatly from a journey of profound self-discovery. Learn to enjoy the time spent with yourself. And this Queen of Cups is very meditative. She's very somber. And she does need her alone time and her space alone to rebuild her life with the 3 of Pentacles, okay? And some of you have been dealing with some straight up fuckery. I gotta say, pile number 1. And, you know, I do feel like there's been somebody that has been manipulating, controlling, lying, okay, acting behind the scenes in sneaky ways. And you are being encouraged to think outside the box and find solutions and find independence away from this particular person and situation. Okay, and we have here work on crown chakra. Okay, and working on your trust within yourself, within the divine, and not letting other people's like lack of planning, confusion, rattle you or scare you in any kind of a way. Pile number 1, from doing what needs to be done. We have forgive self, accept what has happened, and give yourself grace to make mistakes. Okay, and I feel like you guys are saying, I cannot believe I trusted this person. I cannot believe I believe this person. I can't believe I was so naive to think that this person could actually help me or actually be there for me. And I can't believe I fell for their lies and their trickery, okay? And the thing is, pile number 1, Spirit really wanting you guys to forgive yourself for what happened in this situation and rebuild what you can to the best of your ability, okay? And don't give up on the rebuilding aspect of it. Also, I feel you could have trusted someone, like you could have put blind faith or trust in someone that said they were going to do something or said that they were going to take care of some details or take care of a plan or come up with a plan for how to do something, and you trusted this person and they failed you. Pile number 1, but I do feel like this situation is helping you to become more independent, like with the Queen of Wands, believing in yourself more and becoming more independent, okay? And instead of trusting other people's ideas, thoughts, and plans over your own, you're trusting your own, okay? And you are being encouraged to develop your independence right now and not depend on this person for anything anymore. And I think this is a lesson that you guys have learned, and I think it has humbled you in a lot of regards, okay? But I also think it's important to acknowledge like what you've built and what you've done on your own, okay? And Spirit really wants you to forgive yourself at this point. If you're like, I can't believe it. I can't believe I trusted this person. I can't believe I listened to them. I can't believe I fell for those fucking lies, okay? I feel like Spirit is saying, you've got this, you can rebuild, you know, and you might be needing some time by yourself, some time alone, some time to grieve, some time to be on your own emotionally, and you may not want a lot of people to bother you, okay, at this time, because there's a lot of inner work and emotional work that needs to be done. And just know that you are highly, and even though you may not be very satisfied with the way that things are in life right now, pile number 1, know that you are highly thought of and looked up to by people, okay? We've got the North Node and Destiny. Soul School. You've been through a major lesson in Soul School, okay? And part of what you're learning here is to like fulfill your soul promise and to blossom and to become the person that you're meant to be. Now it's interesting because it says integrity on here, and maturing through experience teaches us integrity by sometimes showing us people that have very little integrity, okay? And it sometimes shows us where like we feel inexperienced, okay? 7 of Swords and Magician, this 7 of Swords feeling kind of inexperienced when dealing with the Magician, okay? And, you know, this whole thing of the integrity of your journey and the way that you feel is very important. And this work on Crown is basically drawing the distinction between the way you and another person think. Like there is big differences between the way you and another person think, all right? And even, I feel like you guys know that. You know that already. you are aware that there's some very big differences in the way you and another person think. Okay? But it's time for you to trust your own thought processes and emotions, especially your intuition about this situation. And you're really becoming a strong person of integrity. And that's what's most important. We have assistance from your spirit guides. Your spirit guides are helping you with this low down, dirty son of a bitch. Okay, this magician. Your spirit guides are definitely helping you in this. And they're looking right back at this person like, oh, you don't want to mess with pile number one. Pile number one is a sweetheart. Pile number one is very loving and caring, intuitive and empathic. But you don't want to mess with pile number one because you see, we got pile number one. And, we see what you're doing and we see how you're trying to manipulate the situation. And we do not, we don't approve, sir, okay? And I feel like somebody may be somebody tried to take advantage of your lack of experience with something, or your good nature about something, or your sweetness or your gentleness with something, okay? And, the thing is that you were in practice mode and learning and growing. And pile number one. Okay, I'm also getting, for those of you that have been relying on someone else's information about something, it is wrong and it is incorrect, okay? And some of you may have relied on a reading or an intuitive or someone else, or, I don't know, pile number one, but I just want to tell you, your inner knowing in the situation is correct, okay? It is correct. And part of the reason why there was this awkward encounter between you and this other person is because your spirit guides are telling you it's time to focus on your destiny, okay? It's time to focus on your path, all right? It's time to focus on that instead of what this person thinks. And we have fulfillment and wish fulfillment. And, I feel like some of you are like, oh, I was so dumb to think that this person had the qualities that I look for in a friend, in a mentor, in a teacher, in a practitioner, and I feel like some of you are really kind of beating yourself up about it, and you also feel bad maybe that you didn't see it sooner. And I feel like this person was really conceited and oh, you don't already know this? Oh, isn't it obvious? Oh, you don't already know this? And this person kind of watching you struggle with some new information, or watching you struggle to kind of take what's yours for yourself, and then you feeling kind of bad about that. And Spirit is just saying, do not hang your head. Do not lower your head in shame, embarrassment, and anything. Do not. Hold your head high, okay? Like the Queen of Wands, hold your head high. I feel like some of you don't even know how highly you're thought of and how people look up to you. We have here memory, card number 29. All right, and the Queen of Cups is the holder of memories. And she is the one who is building the structure of that, okay? And some memories are hard to let go of. The Queen of Cups definitely can sometimes have a rough time letting go of past hurts and pains and disappointments, okay, because those memories are really, really strong. All right. And your spirit guides are saying they're helping you with the wish fulfillment. They're helping you to forgive yourself, and they're helping you to see your own destiny and what's happening here. And even if you feel like there were better days in the past, or you're saying, oh, you know, I was a lot more satisfied with life at that time, okay? Spirit is saying those memories you can always have with you, but forgive yourself if you feel like you should have known better, okay, is what it's saying here. We have the mirror. Wow. Okay, card 40 and the mirror. We have card 29 and 40. Hold the mirror up to see, accept, and love all of me. Yep. And she sees her reflection there, just like the Queen of Cups sees her reflection in the water. I hold the mirror up to see, accept, and love all of me. Okay? And, you know, I feel like what you wanted, this, the thing is, pile number one, is you're a very clever person. You're a very smart person. And maybe you haven't always felt that way, or you haven't felt very clever or very smart, or it was hard to gain your independence from a person or a situation that always was doubting you or making you feel small, okay? But Spirit is really saying that when you look in the water, you look at your reflection in the mirror, and you hold the mirror up to see, accept, and love all of you. Okay, love all that you are. And I'm gonna, you know, go ahead and read a little bit of this memory card here. Memory. Crows never forget, or a friend or a foe. Crows never forget. In changing populated landscape, these remarkable birds recognize the faces of who've hurt them as well as helped them. Yeah, and the Queen of Cups, she always remembers the people that have been loyal to her and helped her, and the people who hurt her. Okay, the crows spot a predator or a known human who's been less than kind. They go into a frenzy, calling out to all that danger is near. Okay, they spread the word about the good stuff too, such as people who tend to share their lunch, or places where food is often discarded. What is remarkable is that they also pass down the memory of their experience to their young. As complex as these birds are, forgiveness does not seem too likely. Yeah. And, you know, and sometimes with the Queen of Cups and this Three of Pentacles, there can be this sense of building a structure around ourselves where we want to be alone all the time and we don't want anybody else around us, and we're very self-protective and afraid of like letting other people in because of memories, okay? Forgiveness does not seem too likely. Memory asks you to examine areas where you may be letting a past hurt or situation impact how you engage with someone today. Are you cautious or holding a grudge? Do you expect others to behave in a certain way because of past behavior? Okay, and this is where sometimes we need to either, you know, we need to trust someone if they've shown, or throw them out, you know. And the Queen of Cups can be very guarded in the sense that when she's being protective of herself, and can feel very vulnerable, guarded, exposed, all of that. Okay, and you know, Spirit is talking about your memories and this sense of like safety that you've built around yourself, which is, you know, very good to do, especially around predators and perpetrators and things like that. But Spirit also wants you to recognize your independence from these situations and recognize they are assisting you in your wish fulfillment in life, and that you hold the mirror up to see, accept, and love all of you. And once you do that, you are more able to let yourself really live life instead of keeping yourself kind of guarded. Okay. And, you know, and I feel like what you guys are saying is, I just wish these memories would go away. You know, I just wish that they would go away. And with the Magician, we really have to train our minds to deal with the Seven of Swords, to deal with the awkward things that come up and deal with the mind trickery and all of that. Like, we really have to work with ourselves on a mental level, okay? Because I feel emotionally you are healing and you are creating protective, sacred space for yourself, okay? But maybe it's not allowing you to live as fully as you'd like to be living and expressing yourself, okay? Because there's this person in your life that always told you you weren't good enough, or you weren't smart enough, or was always using your inexperience with something against you, is what I feel, okay? But, you know, the Queen of Cups in her cracked cup, right? And the Queen of Cups holding all that emotion, but the emotion is, you know, but that's like that sense of feeling broken and dissatisfied with life, okay? And, you know, this time in your life has been purposeful because it's taught you to be more independent, I feel. And your spirit guides are actually coaxing you, I feel like, to come out of your shell and face what you need to face, but also to be independent from this person and realize just how highly you're thought of and how highly people look up to you. And it may not feel like that all the time, pile number one, but you are very highly thought of. Believe me, my friends. So that is what I am getting for you, pile number one. I hope that that reading resonated for you. And I wish you all the best of luck, my dears. Okay? Take care, my friends. Let's move on to pile number two. Okay. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose the kickboxer who's flexing her muscle, okay? And your reading is called Why They Did, okay, they did you wrong, now what? Okay, they did you dirty, now what? Okay, I almost felt like asking why there. So maybe some of you are wondering, like, why did they do me wrong? Why did they do me dirty as well? Okay, but the reading is called They Did You Dirty, Now What? Okay, so we've got the kickboxer for flexing their muscles in pile number two. Let's see. They did pile number two dirty, now what? They did pile number two dirty, now what, please? The Knight of Cups. Alrighty. And we are going to begin here. We've got the Emperor, the Eight of Swords. Okay. We've got the King of Swords. Interesting. And the Eight of Wands. Okay. And let's see. We have Broken Ring. Parting of the ways, either in romance or business. Broken ring. All right, that Emperor swearing to fight, defend, protect, help, take care of you, abandoning. Okay, and some of you could have had a father who was like that, who was very unreliable, who never kept his promises, or just a masculine figure in your family, an uncle, a brother, uncle, brother, cousin, all right, grandfather, but somebody in the family who like was charged with protecting and taking care of and being the head of something and watching out for someone, and then totally like abandoning, okay? And totally like abandoning their their station or what they were. It's like deserting, I feel like, in a way, like a person who like desert is like a deserter. Like they have that term in the army of someone who is a deserter. And you know, somebody who is like demanding things of you that you could not have possibly done, known, or given at that time. Okay. And, you know, somebody who is very uptight about things, somebody who is very like demanding, someone who is very like, you know, like my way or the highway, all right? And who was asking things of you that you couldn't possibly known or given at that time, okay? And we have a broken ring, parting of the ways, either in romance or business, okay? Someone demanding their way, they get their way now, okay? We have vulture, okay? Eight of Swords, this person really putting you in that Eight of Swords. Depression and anxiety, worry that someone is against you, okay? Worried and not being able to say anything, all right? Not being able to, and just getting the sense that this person doesn't like you, okay? Or they don't mean what they say, or you can feel their, you can almost feel their hatred towards you, or you can almost feel like what a pain in the ass that they are towards you, okay? And this is somebody breaking a promise to you, to someone who said that they would always be there for you, always protect you, always help you, always be there for you. And this person breaks a promise, okay? And this could have caused a lot of depression and anxiety within you, okay? Pile number 2, and worry that this person is against you, or worry that they are going to come back and be the demanding asshole that they've always been, basically. And really putting you guys, I feel like, with the Eight of Swords in a state of fight or flight. Now, this Emperor, again, I mean, I was getting like that bad father energy and things like that, but this could also be, especially for men or people who like women watching this reading, this could also be a female energy that is very demanding and very, very aggressive and demanding and selfish. And this is someone who has broken a lot of promises, I feel like, with the Eight of Swords. And, you know, the vulture energy, okay, somebody coming in to take advantage of somebody who's in a position, like somebody coming in to take advantage of like a single mother whose partner left them, okay, and who left them high and dry, like that type of a vulture of a situation. Like that's really vulture energy. And with the Knight of Cups, we could have someone who is into seducing, like sexually seducing people as well. All right. And let's see what else we have here. But this is a reading about now what for you, because we know they did you dirty. We know that this person was fucked up. Like they broke a lot of promises. And they tried to come in when a person was vulnerable and get what they could out of the situation, which I think also includes a seduction with the Knight of Cups, like somebody who is charming and seductive towards other people. Okay, someone who's a serial romancer, somebody who is a serial cheater, this type of character, okay? And, you know, the King of Swords and the Eight of Wands, I feel, is more for you guys. That's answering the question, now what? Because that's what the whole reading is, okay? And the whole reading is called They Did You Dirty, Now What? And we've got Buffalo and Abundance, okay? Abundance and liberation. Liberation, I love that word, are finally on the way. It comes to you now to remind you of the amazing manifesting power of gratitude. You will always have plenty when you express gratitude to every part of creation. Okay, abundance and liberation is really what I'm focusing on, like liberating you from a very confusing situation that caused a lot of worry, depression, and anxiety. Okay, and I feel like you guys are turning you're taking your mental energy and you're moving on and you're turning in a new direction. Okay, and this could also be about a house or a living situation and someone that had nowhere to go, or someone that had to make some quick decisions. All right, and maybe it's you, pile number 2, like you needed to make some very quick decisions to move on from a situation or to get away from a situation with the King of Swords and the Eight of Wands. But definitely using your head and outmaneuvering this person and having a way to get the fuck out of there, or just making really good decisions for yourself that lead to your own abundance, where you're not depending on this person for any type of promise or any type of security in anything. And, you know, using the power of your own mind and the power of your own proper decision making to get the fuck out of there. Now, with the Eight of Wands, that could be like leaving home, that could be moving, that could be traveling away from this person in this situation. That could be a decision that you need to make about moving to a different place or moving into a different home. Okay. And I'm getting somebody that grew up for those of you that grew up in the 70s or around the 70s, or had parents that grew up in the 70s, I'm getting a place with yellow wallpaper that had yellow wallpaper, that was an old house where people smoked a lot in the house. Okay. Maybe some of you grew up, had grandparents or parents, or you grew up in a house like that, but I'm just seeing that. I'm also seeing rips in the wallpaper or tears in the wallpaper as well. Pile number 2, okay? But it's your ability with the King of Swords to, even in very stressful situations, to not wait around for this person to make their choice, or, you know, if they're promising you all these things, but then they never really like deliver on it, or they say they're going to do all these things and then they never come or they never do it. I feel like you guys getting really decisive and just making the choice that you need to make for yourself to get out of the situation or leave the situation is exactly what, the doctor ordered in this situation. Now, the Knight of Cups, I feel like, can also be you guys in the sense of, God, Natalie, I was so seduced by this person. I was so I can't believe I was so blindsided to the fact that they had no clue. Like, they act like they know everything and that they know exactly what they're doing, and that they made me all these promises to be there for me and to all this stuff. I cannot freaking believe that this person doesn't know their head from their ass, okay? The Emperor and the Eight of Swords, they really don't. And I feel like you guys are like, God, wow, I got really seduced in that situation. All right, but I feel like Spirit is saying the King of Swords and the Eight of Wands is the speed to turn things around really quickly for yourself once you make the choice to get the hell on from the situation. And the thing is that with the King of Swords, I feel like, you're a very definitive type of a person, pile number 2. And I feel like you have confidence in your decision making. I feel like normally, you are on top of your shit. You really are. And this person has the Eight of Swords and you have the Eight of Wands. It's 2 eights, okay? They don't follow through on their decisions, all right? They act like they know everything, but they don't follow through on anything. They're a lot of talk with not a whole lot of action. All right. I feel like with you, when you decisively say, I'm doing this, you do it. Okay. And so what if you got fucked up, for a little bit based in this situation? I feel like, with the Knight of Cups, it can be very dramatic, like, whoa, woe is me and all of that. And granted, like, maybe it was a really shitty situation at the time. But I also want you guys to realize, like, the power of you and the power of your own mind. And actually, I think when you really look at some of the things that this person is saying and doing, I feel like you're going to find a lot of mistakes in what they were saying and doing. Like, this person has a lot of weird ideas about things and they always think they're right. And I feel like you are smarter than this person in a lot of ways, pile number 2. And you're certainly more, have way more follow through than this person could ever dream of having. Okay. And I feel like you guys have some really good ideas about business and about, money, abundance, business, decision making, where to go, where to live. Okay. You're a boss in your own right, pile number 2. Okay. And, maybe you met this person at a period in your life when you were like drowning in indecision, or you were confused, or you were kind of going through it. But I feel like once you get out of like the depression or the anxiety and things like that, your full potential comes back, and it's like, oh, I know what I need to do. Like, I need to go fuck this situation. And the main thing is now make positive decisions about your life and move on as quickly as you can. Okay. And we have meditation, raise your vibration. Exactly. And raise your vibration. The 8 of Wands is about energy and optimism and positivity and moving on and, getting bored with staying in the same place all the time. The 8 of Wands is a mover and a shaker, right? And there's a lot of optimism in the 8 of Wands. And there's a lot of like, we don't know where we're going to land yet, but it's going to be better than this situation. So fuck this. That's kind of the energy I'm getting. Inconsistent. Okay. And that's what this person is inconsistent. Think about this person's thoughts, actions, and routines. Are they inconsistent? Does this person's inconsistency serve you well on a daily basis? Okay. If it doesn't, then, inconsistency can create a lot of drama, but it's often not that exciting or interesting, because for people that are interested in having some momentum in their life and moving forward and doing things and trying things, like, having everything fall apart all the time becomes very boring, is what I think, pile number 2, okay? Sagittarius and the Voyager, okay? Somebody promising to go with you on a trip, someone promising to meet you somewhere, someone promising to support you, okay? And I feel like your guys' energy is, I'm just gonna go anyway. I'm going anyway. I'm not waiting for this person and their inconsistency and their broken rings and their vulture ass attitude. I'm not really, like, I'm going on my own, okay? And yeah, and there is something with the Sagittarius personality about being enthusiastic, adventure seeking, experiential, lucky, traveling, risk taking, okay? Like really getting into those independent, philosophical, happy-go-lucky, adventurous soul, okay? And that's the part of you that I feel like Spirit is saying really wants to help you bring back that really like fun, optimistic, I can go anywhere, make all my own decisions type of vibe, okay? I don't need this person to go anywhere with me. I know how to get myself there on my own. Okay, and we have release, surrender, and purge. Okay, and those are some things that you guys are definitely working on. And maybe some of you are going to be working on meditation with water, or energetic cleansing in water, showers, bathtubs, saunas, spas. Okay, release, surrender, and purge. All right, that is now, when we say now what, that's something you guys can be doing. Meditating, raising your vibration, focusing on your abundance, and liberating your mind from this situation, taking control of your thoughts, releasing, surrendering, and purging when it comes to the emotional aspect of the situation. We have alchemy and ancestor guides. Yeah, this is energy healing for sure. And maybe there's retreats, energy healing classes, a practitioner that you'd like to see. Okay. But I'm also seeing Reiki here with the focus of the healing in the hands. Reiki, massage, pushing away the dark clouds, pushing away the, you know, and also I feel release, surrendering too. Like if releasing some of the pent up emotions around this, pile number 2, but also surrendering in those moments that you need to surrender as well. Like finding the right balance between accepting and surrendering, but also releasing some of the darker thoughts that have been hanging over you about this. All right. And we have here illusion. Yeah, this 8 of Swords is really speaking to this illusion that this person is this, powerful, leader, authority figure. It's an illusion that they always know what they're doing, or they always know they always know the right choice. They don't. Okay? It's an illusion. They're very inconsistent. All right? And we have here the shining star and glow. I no longer dim my light. I shine bright for all to see. The shining star and glow. And I no longer dim my light. I shine bright for all to see. And the illusion card is the card where illusion might appear if we're operating on false assumptions, or if we're in denial or don't want to accept the reality of a situation. Yeah. Release, surrender, and purge. Okay? And when we double down or commit to the story we've created in our minds, 8 of Swords, okay? Our actions and behaviors are then a byproduct of what we want or assume to be true. If our assumptions are wrong, our actions and behavior may have negative consequences. Does your interpretation match reality, or are you acting on illusion? Okay, and the King of Swords is definitely not acting on illusion. And there might have been a time when you're like, fuck, Natalie, like I was acting on illusion for a while. I did think that, that this person, was my end all be all. I did think that they were the person that was going to bring me all this stability and structure in my life. And I thought they were going to be a good, solid, reliable person, but they're not. Oh my God, they're not. And their words don't actually mean a whole lot because they really hide behind their inconsistency. And I feel like, pile number 2, I will also say there's nothing wrong with loving someone or having a crush, or there's nothing wrong with wanting to be in love. There's nothing wrong with that in life. It's just that, with the King of Swords, we kind of have to take this sentiment out of everything and just look at the cold, hard facts. And, we just need to analyze logically at some point, and I feel like that's what Spirit is asking you to do, is logically analyze the situation, pros and cons, you know, one column A versus column B, and you'll see what you're dealing with. You'll see the inconsistency. You'll see the, you know, faltering and the inconsistencies. And, you know, there's just no time for that in life with the Eight of Wands. Like, the Eight of Wands is a keep it moving type of an energy. And there's just no time for, you know, pussyfooting around in life. Life is a grand adventure, and it's meant to be lived with forward momentum. And so that is something that I feel. And for those of you that, where it was like a shitty business contract that went wrong, or somebody that was going to be a business partner, but you found out they're not somebody that I want to be in business with. Okay. Abundance is here for you. You don't need that person. You're going to move on swiftly and quickly. Once you like just surrender what's going on. Okay. And you no longer need to dim your light for anybody else. Okay. You make the right decisions for yourself, and you're going to be on a path that's much more adventurous and exciting than the one you've been on, is what I feel, pile number 2. So that is what I am getting for you, my loves. I hope that that reading resonated for you. I have a lot of faith in you, pile number 2, to be out in the world kicking ass, okay? Just like your kickboxing, flexing thumbnail that you chose. So let's move on to pile number 3. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the Medusa head with the green snake and the green eyes, okay? And your reading is called, They Did You Dirty, Now What? Okay, they did you dirty, now what? And I have a little bug bite on my hand, pile number 3 right here. So if you see that, and you notice my hand's a little red. The joys of summertime, pile number 3. Let's go ahead and see, what does Spirit want to share with pile number 3? The reading is called They Did You Dirty, Now What? They did you dirty, now what? For pile number 3, let's see. They did you dirty. All right. Ooh, we've got the Moon card on the bottom of the deck. Time for reflection, time for healing, time to bring out that wild, primitive, dark feminine energy. Pile number 3. Let's feel it, my friends. We've got the 2 of Wands. We've got the 8 of Swords. We've got the King of Wands. Nasty little fucker, right? Pile number 3. Oh, we've got the Devil. Ooh. Oh, pile number 2 or pile number 3. Oh my goodness. Okay. I actually like the Devil in this deck because she's dressed up like a dominatrix, and she's about ready to, what do they say? Spoil the rod, spoil the child. I forget that saying, like in the Southern Baptist community, but this dominatrix looked like she's about ready to whip the hide off of that King of Wands. Like, oh, you think you're bad? You don't even know, son. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Pile number 3, we've got the Goldfish. Increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. We've got the Teapot. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Okay. Pile number 3. I'm already seeing an energy here of 2 people that you know going out on a date with each other. And this could be a friend of yours you found out went out with someone that you really used to like or be into, or you found evidence online, or you found evidence somewhere of somebody like dating and going out with other people. okay? And I also feel for some of you too, it could be friendship related, that you found out that, you know, a couple of your friends were like leaving you out of plans or leaving you out of things that they are doing, okay? And this to me is the energy of somebody who is an asshole confident player, who like doesn't really hide their shenanigans and doesn't really hide what they're up to. But I feel like the problem is that I feel like you've had to hide your feelings about this, or you've had to pretend like it doesn't bother you, but it does, okay? And you've had to pretend that you didn't know about it, but you know, that's the thing with the moon card, you guys know. You can feel it when someone is lying to you. You can feel it when someone is like purposely cheating, lying, like you can feel the energy, all right? Because you're very intuitive. So if there's something going on, your primal instincts within yourself are gonna feel it. Now, mentally, with this Eight of Swords, you might be like, oh no, they wouldn't. You don't want to believe it's true, okay? Or maybe like ignoring the evidence or not wanting to believe it's true, you know? But I'm also getting the energy of somebody who is attracted to very powerful sexual women and takes it as like a challenge, like like that type of thing, but ends up getting, you know, their ass handed to them in the process, or ends up getting like schooled by that energy in the process, okay? And this King of Wands is like, oh yeah, you know, I can handle that, I got you. And this devil is like, I don't think so. Get on your knees, okay? So there is an energy going on right now of challenge and competition, and who can sexually outwit the other person is something that I feel here. Now, you know, sometimes we can get into toxic energies with someone. Even if underneath it we're very sensitive and loving and caring, there can be a primal part of ourselves that really gets into it or gets off on that kind of conflict with someone, okay? But at the same time, within your heart of hearts, pile number 3, I feel like the situation is very disappointing and painful for you, okay? Because this person seems to act without any impunity. Like they just flaunt it. You know, they're not even trying to hide what they're up to, even, okay? I feel like it's been you, actually, who's been hiding your emotions a little bit, okay? So we've got Cardinal and Adventure. You need to live up to your fullest potential, explore new directions, and take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. And there is something here about owning your sexuality and owning like your journey. Like if you're like, well, you know, this person is, and I can kind of see where, you know, I feel there's 2 people coming to this reading, pile number 3. Someone who is, you know, feels very innocent and lost and who is done dirty, and someone else like flagrantly paraded their shit in front of them in a way that made the other person feel very broken and wronged and victimized. I can see that here for sure. But I also can see somebody who is flirting with disaster. You know, it's like, you did me dirty, now what? And the King of Wands is playing with the devil, and the devil is playing back, and the devil is like, oh ho ho, you know, and the King of Wands is like, ah ha ha. And they're kind of playing with each other. Now, it may not be the most healthy energy right? And it's like, oh, we challenge each other. We're toxic. We challenge each other all the time. And we try to one-up each other all the time. And, you know, we try to like out-sex each other all the time. Like, oh, you think you're naughty? Oh, you come over here. I'll show you what naughty, you know, this type of stuff. Okay. And, you know, it's kind of like, I'm down for the adventure, right? And, you know, with the devil showing up, we have to take, in pile number 3, we got to take a little responsibility here for what we are, you know, essentially having in our lives, right? And I don't want to say attracting, I don't want to say allowing, attracting, all those words. I want to say more like we have to take responsibility for, like, if we're agreeing to be engaged in something, we have to take responsibility for the good and bad in it. Like, you know, if it's really adventurous and fun and wild and crazy and like, whoa, I'm going to eat you alive. And the other person's like, I know, I'll eat you alive first, you know? If there's that type of energy going on, we need to realize that, hey, you know, maybe we are looking for adventure. Maybe we are sexual deviants in pile number 3. Maybe we are adventurous. Maybe we are wanting to explore that side of ourselves. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you've been done dirty in the past and you feel like everyone else was having all the fun and you were like locked up in a prison. It's like, haha, I'm going crazy now, right? So I get that. I get it, pile number 3. And for those of you that are adventurous, sexual people, hey, I get it. I get it. You know, you need to live up to your fullest potential and explore new directions and take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but it may be necessary. Okay. And it's like, you know, having a lot of confidence or a lot of vivaciousness in one's sexual experiences in life. Okay. But also too, if those are the kind of dynamics that we're like, yeah, I need more of that in my life, we also have to kind of understand, like, you know, we also kind of have to understand and take responsibility for when things go wrong, right? And that is something, if we know within ourselves, this is kind of an unhealthy dynamic, this kind of like one-upmanship and this kind of like pressing each other's buttons and this kind of, you know, how low can we go kind of energy and this kind of like, oh no, I'll tussle you around. And it's like, oh no, I'm tussling you around, right? Like we kind of in life, we kind of have to, if we're going to stay engaged with someone in that dynamic, we kind of have to accept our own responsibility in that. And, you know, for some people, they just like spiciness in their life. They just like, you know, demanding high, strong lovers with a really high sexual appetite. You know, some people really get into that. And, you know, sometimes when people do us dirty, all we want to do is go wild and go crazy. And I know, I've been there myself, pile number 3. Hey, I'm 44 years old, but I've been younger. You know, I've been there myself. And sometimes you're just like on your own kind of wild path of destruction. So, or you're just in a very experimental, I want to try everything that's naughty and bad. And yeah, it could be toxic, but who the F cares, right? We've got drama, okay? Drama with the devil. Rise above the pettiness. They are only draining you, okay? And this could be where you're telling yourself, well, I need excitement and adventure in my relationships and my partnerships. And it's an adventure and I think it's fun and we kind of get off on it a little bit. And I like somebody that doesn't automatically acquiesce to me. I like to chase someone. I like to go after someone. I like to chase the booty. You know what I'm saying? Pile number 3. Okay. I like a little adventure. I like a little spice with my whatever tea. And and the thing is that there is a lot of drama and pettiness that comes with this situation. And That's the truth, you know? And this person is always going to bring drama in your life. They're always going to bring pettiness, drama, point out all your insecurities, use whatever insecurities that you've told them against you. You know, like they're always going to, and for those of you that feel like you're the devil in this situation that's drama, they're always bringing, this person has a way of bringing out some of your worst qualities, you know, and hey, I've had people like that in my life too, pile number 3, that I couldn't continue the relationship anymore because, you know, even relationships with family members where I'm like, we bring out the worst qualities in each other, like literally the worst ugly qualities. And it's not something I want to participate in anymore. And so, you know, there has to be like an emotional reckoning with the moon card from within. And, you know, and sometimes we just get locked in these dramas with people because we're bored and our life would feel empty without it, or we're just used to it because we were raised in a very codependent environment or whatever it is. Like we just continually seek out filling the empty space of our life with chasing and drama. And this is something that Spirit is really wanting to address with you guys, and really wants to like make you aware of this aspect in this drama, this impulsiveness, the pettiness, the drama, the one-upmanship, the pride, the arrogance. And, you know, sometimes other people have a way of bringing out our own self-destructive pride and arrogance, okay? And it's not a good look. And, you know, sometimes we really have to go deep within ourselves emotionally to understand ourselves on a deeper level emotionally with the moon card here, like what really is going on in this situation. It's like, am I just jealous? Am I obsessed? Am I angry that it seems like I'm being left out of what other people have? Like, that's another thing. We have obsessiveness, okay? Obsessiveness coming down in the reading. Write down what you are obsessing over. Realize it is emotionally draining you, okay? And yeah, that's a big one that we can find in this reading, especially with the devil and the drama. Write down what you are obsessing over. Realize it is emotionally draining you, for sure. And we have Taurus energy and the bombshell. All right, and I'm going to take a drink of water. And this is coming out under the teapot of a deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So perhaps some of you have a Taurus friend or Taurus in your life who is a very good friend. All right, and but here we have, you know, Taurus is a deeply practical sign. And it is a very productive, steadfast sign. But Taurus, it can also be, and Taurus is also very loyal and patient and deliberate with decision and choices. But Taurus energy can also be very sensuous and pleasure seeking as well, you know? And it's kind of like, I want what that person has, but I can't have that. And I'm obsessed with having that for myself too. But I keep going after the adventure and the drama. And yet I realize I need something in my life that is more steadfast and practical and ample and solid and loyal and patient and deliberate. Okay? And we could have Leo Taurus energy in the pile here because with the drama and the King of Wands. We could also have Capricorn with the Devil, Aries with the Two of Wands. But it's about getting in touch with the deeper parts of ourselves that need to move slower and be more deliberate and be more like practical in what we're choosing for ourselves, okay? We have here Venus and offer. The thing is, pile number 3, is that you are very sexy and you do have a very strong sexuality, and you're always going to have a way of, you know, kind of like, you have a powerful sexuality. So you're always going to have a way of drawing things to you. I can guarantee you that. Okay? And there's always going to be those fucking magnetic, toxic, weird, like, people that it's like, ooh, I like that. You know, I'm not saying it's always going to be that way, pile number 3. I'm really not. I'm just saying that you're never going to be short on love offers, is my feeling. You're never going to be short of people that want to get with you or want to hook up or whatever. You're never going to really be short on that. All right. And people are going to want to give you their love. But there's also a particular one person who is just very drama and very toxic. And it's like, you know, the King of Wands can't help but kind of like fall into it. But it's about some self-control, okay? And it's about like really thinking about where we invest our energy as well. We have here celebration, gifts, and abundance. And the thing is I feel like you're a person that wants to give to the people that you care about, and you always want to celebrate you always want to celebrate people, or you always want to do nice things for them, or you always want to give a gift or help or offer your love and affection, okay? But I feel like, you know, people have taken advantage of that. Like if you've planned a party for someone and they completely like had a horrible attitude through the whole thing, and yet you planned everything, you spent money, you showed up, you invited all their friends, they spent all the time talking to everyone else except for you, okay? Or you were trying to honor someone or celebrate them or show your appreciation for them, but they actually like, you know, were like mean mugging you the whole time. Like it's not good enough, or I don't like it, or it doesn't meet my standards, or, you know, just thinking you have ulterior motives for every single nice thing that you would want to do. Okay. And that's messed up. That's really messed up, because I feel that you are a person who's very passionate, with big energy, passionate. You want to take people on an adventure. You don't want people to be bored with you. You like to give to the people that you care about. You want to do exciting, fun things with your partner and take them to do things or plan things or adventures, okay? But I feel like you end up, there's this person who always is negative about everything that you do. Just when you're trying to give them a compliment or extend an olive branch to them, they're always negative. And they're always insecure, they're always in drama, they're always negative. And I feel like it makes you guys feel very lonely, because when you look at the natural synergy that other people have when they're just enjoying each other's company without all this game playing and role playing and all this kind of levels to the interactions, that it's so much easier just to be natural and effortless, 2 of Wands, and I feel like you guys look at what other people have in that sense and you're like, I wish I had something like that. Okay. So I think, you know, what this reading is saying is like, they did you dirty, now what? It's time to look within yourself on a deeper emotional level for what you want and what you need, and also take responsibility for the choices that now, again, we all need to take responsibility for the choices we've made in the past and right now and in the future, okay? And the Moon card is about being with ourselves in the present moment. And yes, the memories are going to come back. And yes, the memories are going to surface, okay? And, you know, it is about addressing jealousy, betrayal, possessiveness, obsessiveness, okay? But some people actually like to make other people jealous because it puts them in the power position. And this is what we have to understand that. Like psychologically, we need to understand that some people actually get off on making other people feel jealous, inadequate, like possessive. They want to get a reaction out of their partner, okay? And emotionally, with the moon card, this is where we need to hold a space within ourselves, for ourselves, that is not, you know, embroiled in this dynamic with this person, okay? And we have bond here, yeah, with the heart, and then these two ravens, or these two crows bonding. And this is about having a true bond with someone, okay? A stable, enduring, caring bond, you know? And some people are not really capable of that, like with this devil energy, because they're not really like, that's not really the level they're operating on. And, you know, sometimes we have to ask ourselves deeply and internally, is this person capable of having a deeper emotional bond or not? Okay. And we have the cosmos and ascend. I connect to oneness and I expand my awareness. Exactly. I connect to the oneness within myself and I expand my awareness on what type of bond do I really want? What am I really looking for? Okay. And I'm going to read the bond card. Aside from a few casual swingers, LOL, generally male, crows and ravens mate for life. Bond represents a karmic relationship, a connection that goes beyond our everyday existence. Whether it is a relationship to a person, a career, a place, or a hobby, this soul-level connection is deep and strong. You can feel it course through your veins. Bonds creates an energy that pulls you closer to where you need to be and will tug you back when you get too far away. When you draw the bond card, use this as an opportunity to focus on areas of your life that you feel deeply connected to, because it is here that you will find your strength to push forward or conjure the enthusiasm needed to reach a goal. Okay? And this is talking about, you know, a deep soul level connection. Bond creates an energy that pulls you closer to where you need to be and will tug you back when you get too far away. All right? And a true stable bond of caring and support and connecting to oneness and expanding awareness. All right? So pile number 3, that is what I am getting for you, my friends. I hope that reading resonated for you, pile number 3. And I wish you the very best, my loves, on all your adventures. Take care.